Yo, what's good everybody? My name is Jay Fatty. Welcome back to another video. So if you haven't heard by now, FL Studio, in one of their new betas, FL Studio 21.2, they're releasing stem separation, which essentially means you could separate any sample into the stems. And from what I've seen, it's really, really good. So we're going to dive into that today. I actually have these chops here that I got that I was just going to leave as these chops, but now that we can separate the stems, we're going to have to dive deeper into this. So I'm going to show you the chops that I got. And yes, I got these chops in Serato. And yes, I know Serato Sampo 2.0 has stem separation now, but I don't got that. So we're just going to focus on FL Studio stem separation. And if you want to download this beta for yourself, there'll be a link in the pinned comment and in the description. When you download it, install it, make sure you install it in a separate folder. It should already do it. Just make sure it is, because you don't want it overlapping your previous FL Studio install directory, since it is a beta and it has bugs. So here are the chops that I got. It just repeats. If you want to hear the song that I sampled, I'll have that link in the description as well. I already have those chops consolidated here. Now this stem separation is dope. It's built right into the workflow of FL Studio. So all we got to do is on an audio clip is go up to the top left, right click, and do extract stems from sample. You can choose all of the different stems you want, like drums, instruments, bass, and vocals. If it doesn't have one of these options, you can just take it off. So mine doesn't have vocals. And you can have it mute your source track or limit your CPU usage as well. But depending on how long your sample is, it's going to take some time to extract. All right, so we got our stems here and it muted the actual sample. Let's hear. All right, so do you hear that? That quality is pretty damn good. And I'm going to switch. Let's go back to the stems and let's switch back and forth between the stems and this actual original sample. That's pretty good. Let's hear this other part. Yo, that's quality, all right? With this power built into FL Studio, we have so much more sampling. We have so many more routes we can go with sampling. Like, we are not necessarily limited anymore, which I will argue that when you are limited, it does help with creativity because you really have to make things different. You have to really figure it out. But this just gives us so much power, you know, and used correctly can create some insane stuff. So now we can use all of these. Let's route these to a mixer track here. Just going to highlight all of them, go into the mixer, Shift Control L. All right, so our drums are going to go back here. Bass is going to go right here. Let me just color code these real quick. This is crazy. We can just throw RC20 on these drums to make them hit, and it's not affecting anything else in the sample. Like we can really fine tune these individual parts. This is amazing. So now I'm also going to throw on a Fruity Love filter on this melody. And if you know me, you know I like the PC low pass plus phaser. Let's hear how that sounds. We can even sidechain these drums. So I'm going to route the bass and my sample track to a sidechain bus. And then on the drum bus, I'm having it sidechain to that sidechain bus. So we'll throw on a limiter over to the compression tab. Right here, sidechain, I'll just hit drum bus. Really make those drums hit in the track. And also we might throw a little, let's try throwing a little saturation on this drum. So I'm gonna throw in a destructor. Let's see, where is that? There's so many effects here. I'm so bad at organizing my effects. All right, so we got a destructor. I'm gonna take the filter, chorus, and the speaker off. And let's see, on this distortion, let's just see what will sound good. We'll mess with different things. All right, that's dope. So what we can also do with this is we can really arrange this. Let's see, since this is, it's on a weird, the way I chopped it, it's very weird. But we're just going to do a Control B, because if you don't have anything selected, like as long as nothing's highlighted, if you do a Control left click to highlight this group and do a Control B like that, it'll copy it over right at the end of the last audio clip. So it'll be right on where it needs to be. That's for if you have a weird sampled beat like this where it's not necessarily on the grid. So we could even maybe not have the drums be in this first time. right, so we're going to make little moments. I'm going to click on this magnet and do none. And right around here, I want to take the drums out just for a second. So I'm going to I can just click and drag or do a shift click. Press P to go back to the pencil. And let's see, I'm going to take this out. What we'll actually do is just fade this out. But that's crazy. The ability to do that just opens so many more pathways to creating crazy beats. So don't be sleeping on this. If you do have FL Studio, you can get the beta. But like I said, install it in a different folder. Make sure it does that. You don't want it overwriting your current installation. All right, so let's move on to another track. We're going to actually work on, we're going to actually use like a melody that is part of the Buffet Boys pack, which is, by the way, a sample pack that I just dropped with the homie DC the Beatmaker. It's got 18 melody compositions, stems for all of the melodies, as well as 16 chopped versions. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out with the link in the first pinned comment or in the description. I appreciate it. Here, let's see. We're going to use one of these melodies. Let's just see how good this is when it separates the stems of this melody here. So we're going to drag it out to its BPM. Yeah, that's fire. So what we're just going to try it. Let's see. Extract stems from sample. Let's have it take all of it. It doesn't have vocals in it. It didn't have drums in it, so I don't know why I didn't take that off. But as you can see, it realizes and there's nothing there. So I normalized the bass, but that's pretty crazy that it was able to separate the bass like that. You see how easy it is to start getting inspired and getting ideas? Like, I just got in a zone there, but then I hear something. I want to make a little moment right here with this piano thing, this little piano rise. It sounds beautiful. Shout out DC the beat maker. He made all these melodies. Really, if you like what you're hearing with this melody, you should check out the pack because it supports DC and myself. Because he made these melodies and then exported the stems. He's a melody master, all right? And then I was allowed to chop up these melodies and try and master them a little bit, add some effects. And that's how the Buffet Boys pack came about. So it's only $10. If you can support and you want some awesome high quality melodies, I would really appreciate the support. See, I really wanted that little flair there with the piano. Obviously, there needs to be some kind of a transition so you know it's about to go off. Let's see. That's how it should start. So we need to add some reverb to this. Yeah. Let's see. Luxeverb. Don't be sleeping on the Luxeverb, y'all. If I can find it. Here it is. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what it's all about, is just getting into that vibe and that groove. But don't be sleeping on this. You literally have, like I said, I've said this a million times, I feel like, in this video. Do not be sleeping. You got so much potential here, and you can get the stems to the drums for anything. Anything. Any song you think of, if it's out there, you can get the stems, at least these group stems, like the drums, bass, and the instrumentation. Obviously, it's not as advanced as getting individual instruments yet, but that, I'm sure, is on the horizon. So don't be sleeping on this once again. So yeah, once again, the link will be in the first pinned comment as well as the description if you want to check this out. Send me what you do. You can hit me up on Instagram at JFattyOriginal. I'd love to hear y'all's work. And also, once again, if you do need melodies, please check out the Buffet Boys sample pack. There is a free version if you want to just hear some of the melodies. The free version comes with 5 melody compositions, stems, and chops. So you can check that out and listen before you buy. And if you like what you hear, I would appreciate any support once again. But that's pretty much it, y'all. If this video brought you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell. Until next time, everybody, make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Much love, y'all. Peace.